What up, guys? It's the real deal. Check it. I want to school y'all to some game. Alright, and you don't gotta believe me. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to do none of that. But check this out, okay? Try to stay with me on this, because I'm bipolar, so I jump around from one subject to another and try to bring it back to the same subject I was talking about, alright? Now here it is. In the music industry, it doesn't matter if it's R&B, rap, doesn't matter what kind of music it is, okay? It's all controlled by elites, okay? Me, I'm a Christian man. I believe in the Bible. I believe every written word in that Bible is the true word of God. That's my belief. In there, it talks of evil men of the world, but they're not necessarily just men. They have demons in them. For centuries, this has been going on, since the beginning of time. The Rothschilds, I mean, just the richest of the rich. Like, why do you think our government has a secret meeting every year in Geneva? And people are starting to protest about it, so they're trying to keep it more hidden. If you show up there, you're arrested. You can't take pictures of them going in. Just like the forest where they do their rituals. I forget what the name of it is. But, you know, it's where the Freemasons, well, I don't know if it's Freemasons or what, but the secret society goes and they rape people, they kill people, they offer people up for death as an offering to Satan. They're Satan worshippers. Now, many people will say, well, if there is a God, what kind of God would let somebody walk into a school and massacre a bunch of kids? Or if there's a God, why would a God let this happen to my family or this and that? And trust me, I've had a cousin that was, me and him are really close, and he was brutally murdered by his own friends because he had $300 worth of drugs, which I don't know if you know the difference. $300 worth of drugs when you're using is different than $300 of drugs when you're dealing, because that $300 was a street value of $3 grand. Now, $300 of drugs for doing is only $300 worth of drugs, because you ain't hustling, you ain't got them prices, you ain't got your peeps fronting you. My cousin was in the streets deeper than I. He's the reason I got brought into the streets, but it's a different story. But they shot him point blank, the back of his fucking head, and blew his head off, wrapped him in a tarp, left him dead for us not to be able to find for months, while doing all them drugs across the street while the cops were doing their investigation, watching fucking cops do the investigation. Nobody went to jail except for the person that pulled the trigger. Everybody should have fucking went, but that's alright, because a couple of them. That's all I gotta say. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're using the music industry to make the youth go more fucking ballistic and crazy than they already are. They are making them out to be cross-dressing weirdos. They're making it okay to be gay. They're making it okay to be transgender. They're making it okay to wear girls' clothes. They're making it okay. Look at Young Thug wearing dresses and shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, and then they're wearing choker chains. Like, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, God, listen. This is back to the same thing of where Why would God do these things? If there is a God, why would he let these things happen? And it's because it's free will. Because when he comes to judge us, he don't want us to be able to say, well, you could have stopped it. Well, you could have intervened. He wants to be able to judge us free and clear, because we have a mind of our own. Okay? We have a mind that we know right from wrong. Most do, not all. There are some sickos in the world, and then there are just some poor mentally ill people that don't understand. But you get what I'm saying? Like, that's our choice. What we do in life, you can't blame on nobody. Shit happens. God rest. And a lot of what you don't understand is, too, a lot of these shootings are false flags for them to come get our guns. They are making race wars. They want us all fighting Latino, black, white, Mexican. It don't matter. Muslim, Korean, Indian. Look, man, there's good and bad in every walk of life, but there is only one race, and it's humanity. I am so sick of people putting labels on people's color, skin, their creed, and you know what? We don't have to agree on who's God. We don't have to. I want to tell you who my God is, and that he loves you, and try to bring you to him, but I'm not going to force it upon you, and I'm not going to sit there and say you're going to go to hell and judge you and all these things because of it, because we're different. That's what makes the world different. And you know, as long as I instill to you about Jesus and God and the Bible and try, then I did my part. And if nobody takes it and goes with it and looks into it and actually like, no, it was not written by man. I hate when people say that. It was not written by man. And you know, the Vatican is not a good place. They are pedophilia, lying. They don't have to answer to nobody. They have so many. They know the truth of the world, the real truth of the world. And they have already said that Jesus and all this is true. Scientists, we know it's true. Just some people just don't want to believe it. But there are facts and proof that God and Jesus was real and it all took place. But the Vatican is a Satan worshiping place, okay? They talk about all the homeless and what they're going to do, but yet they're worth trillions of dollars. And I don't see shit. And then I see people out here getting mad over football players kneeling down because they're doing it because this all started because a veteran on the field told him, you know, as his advice, if you really want to make a statement on your platform about the injustice, the social injustice, the police brutality, everything that's going on wrong in this nation that people think's okay, you just get so mad and burn Nikes and that, but yins are the pieces of shit, not him, because look how many homeless people are out there. You really don't want them clothes or them shoes, man? Why didn't you take them and give them to them homeless people? What was that gonna hurt, huh? Well, no, I gotta burn them. Fuck Nike, I gotta burn them. Hundreds of dollars in Nikes, I gotta burn them. But yet there's a homeless man, kid, or woman out there that would love to take them, and then you wonder why there's so many homeless, because some of them just won't take help anymore because no matter if they get help, then they're taking a handout or they this or that. Our country, this world has become so judgmental and so hateful and so spiteful and so proud. Just proud, and that is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I'm glad I was raised with a heart. I'm glad I was raised not to see color. I'm still in black and white, homie. Black and white. I don't see colors. I'm stuck in the black and white days of TV. I don't see no color. I'm color blind. I don't see no creed, because I'm creedless. I love you. You're my brother and my sister. No matter what color, no matter what religion, no matter what creed you are my brother, you are my sister, and I love you. I don't care if you're a stranger or you're a family member. If I can help you, I'm going to help you. Till the day I take my last breath, I am dying and fighting for my life. I need a life-saving liver transplant, and I could have a live donor. There's a few more things that have to be done and put in place, and then I can start having them people come forward and be tested. And that way I don't have to suffer and hope and pray that I get a liver in time being on the list, because a live donor saves that. And then, you know, people look at you and say, well, you look okay, but I might look okay on the outside, but you have no clue the pain and suffering that is going on in the inside. The pain, the organs shutting down, the varice veins, meaning that your veins are so skinny that at any given moment, a cough, a sneeze, trying to push a poop out, whatever, you could bust a vein in your stomach, your throat. They're varice veins. You bleed to death. It's called a GI bleed. I have a spleen that's 29 inches, almost 30 inches, and our spleen's only supposed to be 13 inches. I mean, my kidneys and liver and that all function at low functions. I'm always very stiff and stressed in my back. I'm very in a lot of pain and nauseated in my stomach. I always feel full anymore. I was retaining a lot of fluid and would have to be tapped with a big old needle and have a pigtail put in me. It pulls out liters of fluid off of you, but I haven't needed that done for a year, thank God. But I mean, and there's just so much that goes to it, and I had no help. Nobody's donated to my GoFundMe. I had to travel an hour away from my home because the best hospital that's equipped for this and is a top liver hospital and organ specialist hospital around here is UPMC Presbyterian Montefiore, and that's my hospital. And I live in Butler, Pennsylvania, and I have to drive to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which is about 45 minutes to an hour and a half sometimes, depending on which part I have to go to, because there's some outside offices you have to go to. It's in the same vicinity. Then all the testing, all the blood works, everything that has to go with, you know, showing them that you want to live, counseling, drug therapy, all kinds of shit. I go to the methadone clinic because I'm on it for pain. I mean, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And then you get bullies on here, like my teeth, you know, they're gone. And you know what? It really does bother me. And I have a self-esteem issue over them, and I hate when people do that. But you know what? If you can't like me for me, or if you're a girl, think I'm good looking because of who I am and the way I act and the way I treat you, then there's something the matter with you, not me. With you. You know what? Treat people right, because you never know. You know what? It sucks that it takes you to get sick to realize what's important in life and what really means to you, what really means the most to you in life. And the littlest things you take for granted, like going to the bathroom and that. I have to take medicines to go, and sometimes I don't even go, and it hurts. I mean, there's just so many things. Just to waking up and be able to just take a walk and feel okay and not so stressed and tight and tense and sick, and it's just so much. You just don't even know. It sucks. But I'll always fight, and I won't give up. I'm not a quitter. Never been one to give up. I've always said, yeah, I'm gonna give up so I can blah, 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 the negative part, but we're human, you know. We're gonna be negative sometimes, but for the most part, I try to stay positive, you know what I'm saying? Stay on them positive vibes. Positive vibes will get you a lot farther, especially when you have a deadly disease like me. When you're terminally ill, you know what I'm saying? I have alpha-1 antitrypsin, which is a genetic autoimmune disease. It can cause either lung disease or liver disease or both, and you'll need a lung liver transplant or a double lung liver transplant, or just a lung transplant, or a double lung transplant, or just a liver transplant. So thank God mine's just my liver, which is bad enough, but I don't have help. If I had help, I could probably maybe stop this, because your liver is the only organ that can regenerate itself and heal itself. And if I had somebody to help me stay on track of eating all organic, taking my herbs and vitamins, juicing, you know, not steroids juice, but like, you know, taking fresh fruit or vegetables and blending them and making a good drink with protein and some ice, making it that way or without it, whatever, and good and healthy meals. No, like, just discipline me and help me out. Look at you, kitty, 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 kitty. But anyways, this is the real deal. Be kind, love, don't hate, participate. Hey, never judge somebody, and don't judge a book by its cover. One love.